a few days ago, we did a story on the FDA's efforts to ban trans fat. And it seemed like pretty much everybody was in favor, right? Well, until today. Now, Rand Paul, in a desperate bid to end the plagiarism scandal that he's been embroiled in lately, warned actually that the recent upcoming ban and gradual phase-out of trans fats will mean that jackbooted thugs from the government will break into your home at breakfast time, overturn your coffee, seize your jelly-filled Long John, and replace it with some broccoli or something. I don't know. Try to get into the mind of somebody like Rand Paul, and that's probably what you would see. Imagine that. That's a pretty bad breakfast. Bad way to start your day. Now, all kidding aside, of course, when Rand Paul was actually talking to a crowd in Charleston, South Carolina, he actually said, quote, "They're coming for your donuts. They're coming for your donuts." Quote, "Some unelected bureaucrat has banned trans fat. So I say we need to line every one of them up. I want to see how skinny or how fat the FDA agents are that are making the rules on this." Yeah, as if that matters. Not only that, any of them with a BMI over 16 or whatever the number you're supposed to have, I want to see them on the treadmill, and I want to see someone from OSHA lashing them while they're working the treadmill. What does OSHA have to do with this? Dude, come on. OSHA is supposed to be workplace safety. What would they be doing there with a whip? I don't get it. Rand Paul lives in another world, I think. And in this world, apparently they're taking your donuts. Well, he continues. If we're going to have a nanny state and everybody's got to eat the right thing and you can't eat a donut, maybe we ought to enforce it on the government workers first. Okay, so here's what's not happening. The FDA banning donuts. Look, if they were banning donuts, I wouldn't be here. I'd be out raiding every Krispy Kreme within a 30-mile radius. I like donuts. You can tell I'm kind of fat. Now, I'm not the only one that had a problem with this and wanted to point it out. There's Jonathan Chait of the New York Magazine wrote in response to this crazy, nonsensical speech that, hey, you can at least say that Rand Paul didn't plagiarize it. Nobody else came up with this crazy crap. This is Rand Paul original. Now, Jonathan Chait said, or wrote, I should say, quote, "They are not, in fact, coming after your donuts. Trans fats are not essential to make donuts or really anything. Some restaurants still use trans fats because, well, even though they're incredibly bad for you, which they are, they're longer lasting and slightly cheaper than other oils. And very few customers would ever know the difference." Well, yeah. And he also points out that Dunkin' Donuts, Krispy Kreme, and other donut shops, and a lot of other restaurants actually, have already eliminated trans fats from their diet. So really, the only ones that it would affect is the smaller restaurants, some smaller restaurants, that have been trying to get the cheap oil on the fly. Now, some more facts on the FDA ban itself. The FDA commissioner, someone who is ironically named Margaret Hamburg, I know, irony. Now, she said that the ban could actually prevent 20,000 heart attacks a year and 7,000 deaths. Now, it's kind of funny that whenever Rand Paul comes out on the side of freedom, it's usually about the freedom to make really stupid choices. Don't get health insurance. But if you get into an accident, get into a coma, we're going to let you die. Okay? Sure, go ahead and eat all that unregulated processed junk. Which, by the way, I love processed junk. But I still want some regulation in my food, right? Well, go ahead and eat all that and eat all those trans fats and everything and have a heart attack. Freedom, baby. And look, don't get me wrong. When Bloomberg tried to pull the soda ban crap, I'm totally against it. But when it comes to trans fats were already on their way out, and you can't tell the difference, and you could still eat your donut. So it's kind of completely different than the large soda ban, which didn't really even ban sodas. You just had to buy more of them that were smaller. So it's really not a good comparison when you think about it. But, I mean, come on. Rand Paul, why don't you go back to talking about drones? To talking about something that I actually might agree with you on. Instead of saying the jackbooted thugs from the FDA and FEMA are going to take away your donuts. You're not living in the real world. Maybe you should focus on real issues instead of talking about shit. I guess that's my advice to Rand Paul. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Please leave a comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and share with your friends. If you want to see more, go to our channel at youtube.com/TYTNation. And if you really want to support the show, support this channel, go to our fundraising campaign at www.patreon.com/TYTNation. The website is in the description below. Thank you guys, and keep watching.